So with that, I mean, you're participating in a sport that is injury prone left and right. You don't know when the next one's coming. And you just mentioned 5 seasons in a row you had an injury. I mean, can you tell us the recovery process, the mental aspect that it played on you? Like, how was that going on in your life? 5 seasons in a row. That cannot be some easy feat to overcome.
Definitely. I would say, like, for the most part, I'm eternally optimistic. I have been known to get angry and get frustrated at times, as we all do. You know, life doesn't always feel perfect. We're not like, you know, it can, you can lose sight of that optimism, but luckily the first 2 injuries weren't too bad, and they were at times when I was working really, really hard at my job and kind of wanted like that little bit of a break too. So it actually, like, the first 2 were kind of at spots where I was, they were so minor, quote unquote, in comparison. Like, one of them, I cut through the nerve in my finger and like had to get surgery. It's hard to see, but had to get surgery. That was pretty minor, and then it broke my wrist. And then the next season was really when things got really, really hard for me. I broke my back on February 28th, 2016.
Damn.
And that was really rough. That was the year that I decided not to compete anymore. And there were a lot of things that had, like, a really, really... That 6 months was a really trying time for me. And I broke my back. A month and a half later, I lost my best friend in a speed flying accident. And then 6 months later, I got charged with a felony domestic violence charge for going over to my ex-girlfriend's house at 2 o'clock in the morning just to try and have a conversation. And those 3 things, like, back to back, pretty much, they broke me down really, really hard. And it was, I got shown my true self, and I got shown that I really didn't like my true self in some ways. Like, obviously, I'm not the person that, like, I'm not a violent person towards women, and I'm not, like, you know, that's not me. It's a label that, you know, it's awful. But at the same point, I had to make a decision at, when I broke my back, I made the decision, and again, when I got that felony domestic violence charge for trespassing, was to get better or get better or get better. And I decided to get better. And, you know, it wasn't that I necessarily knew exactly how I was going to go about it, but I knew, number one, that I really wanted to get in the gym, or I wanted to start working out with someone. So when I broke my back, a month later, I started working out with personal training. And I really set that intention, and I got in there. And that was, I started taking responsibility for my personal health and my physical health. And that was massive. Taking responsibility for that eventually allowed me to take responsibility for my mental health. It was also a really good outlet for me to work through the grief and emotions I've lost a lot of friends. I've experienced loss in a lot of different ways, and it was a really good way for me to metabolize that emotion, because as men, it's hard for us to, like, really truly feel sometimes, or, you know, really express our emotions, or, like, I don't know, not to sound fruity, but get in touch with our emotions, or, you know, like, really honor them. And so, like, working out kind of became a way for me to really process them and work through some of that shit. And, you know, if I ended up crying in the middle of a workout, it was fucking awesome, because, you know,
Hey, Jimmy
I was
V.
working through shit.
Jimmy V says you have to laugh, cry, and learn something every single day. So, hey, it sounds like you're living full days back then.